Hello everyone, and in this video we'll be learning about Canary deployments made easy using Ketch. So Ketch is basically an application delivery framework that helps you deploy and manage the application very easily using simple command line interface without even writing any YAML files. If you want to learn more about Ketch, there's a blog that I have written on deployments without YAML using Ketch. It gives you the complete introduction to Ketch and a demo as well. So I'll put the link in the description. In this particular video, we'll focus only on Canary deployments, which recently came in the latest version of Ketch. So Canary deployment is a deployment technique or a strategy where you roll out a new version of the deployment slowly and periodically to different set of users. Now, in this particular case, what we have done is we have created a Kubernetes cluster. So kubectl get nodes. The cluster is already there, and it has traffic 2 installed. So kubectl get pods, and you can see the traffic is already installed. So it is v2. Now let's install the cert manager. So this is the command to install cert manager. Now Ketch eases the Canary deployments. It has two flags, which we'll look later on as well. So it helps you to manage the Canary deployments in a very easy and simple manner. And it also checks for the for if any fault is there, then automatic rollbacks. And you don't have, of course, there is no writing of the YAML, and it automatically rolls out the deployment on this defined period and the percentage automatically. So after the deployment of the cert manager, we need to deploy the Ketch controller, which is the main brain. So you can see in the architecture diagram as well. So you have your Ketch, you have Ketch controller that will, watch the changes for your pool CRD, app CRD. So what is a pool CRD, app CRD? Again, you have to refer back to the introductory video where I have explained all the things, all the components and architecture for Ketch. So we have Ketch controller deployed to the cluster. I already have the ingress IP with me. So let's see kubectl get pods -a, and we can see we have all the pods running. So now what we'll do is first we'll create a pool, and we'll define since we are using traffic, so we'll give the ingress service endpoint the traffic endpoint and ingress type as traffic. And now we'll create the app, which is Ketch app create demo, and the pool will be Siam that I just created. So the app is created. Now the app do not have anything. It's the basic structure that gets deployed. So we have a namespace created and all those things. Now we'll deploy the actual application. So this is the application, simple application. And there's a catch.yaml file that specifies the ports and all. Again, if you have to see the documentation for that, so you can see in the application management section, catch.yaml file, what does it do? So it says the application is deployed successfully. And now what we do is we run catch app info demo, and it is still deploying. And you can see the weight. So 100% of the traffic will be going to this particular version of deployment. And see if the app is successfully running. Yes. So we have the state as running and the app is deployed. So what we can do is we can actually check if our app is running. Yes, the app is running, and it's the background is silver, and this is the channel name. And yes, so you can see the app is perfectly running fine. Now what we do is say that we have another version of this particular same app with minor changes. Now we want to gradually roll out the changes. So the command is very simple. So catch app deploy demo. Again, we choose the image. Now this time it is v2, and previously you can see the version was v1. And two new flags that have been introduced in the latest version of Ketch is -- steps that determines in how many steps you want to roll out this particular deployment so that the newer version will have 100% traffic. So if this is the case, so steps means 10 is 100 divided by 10, which comes out to be 10%. So 10% of the traffic will gradually roll out in the interval, which is step interval. So in this case, I have just kept 1 minute so that we don't have to wait much, but you can keep 1 hour, 2 hours, so that your 10% traffic, and you can see how the user is seeing the application, or is it behaving better than the previous one or not better than the previous deployment. So let's deploy this. And again, now we'll see the app info, Ketch app info demo. Now you can see we have another version of the deployment. So now if we do Ketch app info, we see two. We see one where the weight is 100% and one where the weight is 0%, which is for V2. And it is still in the deploying phase. Now, once it goes to running and it crosses a minute, the weight should increase to 10%. So you can see once in every 10 times, we should see a new version of the app. So what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll refresh it. Refresh, refresh, refresh. And once we should see, yes. So we just saw a blue color, which is a light blue color, which is rolling out successfully, minute by minute basis. That's how Ketch takes care of your Canary deployments, automatic rollouts, and you can specify the weight, and you can specify basically the steps, how many steps the traffic should go redirected to the newer version to 100%, in how many steps, in which in what interval. So that's it about Canary deployments made easy using Ketch. Thank you for watching the video. Do not forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, and also see the documentation for Ketch and the previous videos. I'll put all the links in the description.